Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
The history of Stoicism is usually divided into three phases: the early Stoa, the middle Stoa, and the late Stoa. It's from the late Stoa that most surviving texts come, and for that reason the most well-known ancient Stoics today are Musonius Rufus, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, who all lived during that period. Although we don't have much of their original work, we do still know useful details about earlier Stoics thanks to the people, such as Cicero, who wrote about them. One example of a lesser-known yet important Stoic philosopher is Panaetius of Rhodes. Panaetius was instrumental in introducing Stoic doctrines to Rome, and when he later returned to the Stoic school in Athens, he became its last undisputed scholarch. In his book Being Better, the modern Stoic writer Kai Whiting tells us that Panaetius established the Stoic idea that everyone has 4 roles. Kai provides explanations of these roles and a related self-question that we can reflect on in our own philosophical practice. The first and primary role is given to us by the virtue of being a rational human being, that is, someone who is able to reason. It is universal to everyone. The second is shaped by our individual nature, our likes, dislikes, personality traits, and odd quirks. The third is dependent on our personal circumstances, which include where we were born, where we now live, whether we have children or elderly parents, and how much money or social influence we have. The fourth relates to the professional path we wish to take in life. It includes our career choices, the job that we're trained to do, and the corresponding knowledge that we acquire. All 4 roles combine to determine our moral obligations, responsibilities, and the steps we take in our journey toward eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is the Greek term Stoics use to refer to a state of being that we tend to translate as happiness, flourishing, fulfillment, well-being, or the good life. Kai Whiting uses the following examples to show how our roles shape our duties toward ourselves and others. Quote, for example, our ability and therefore our personal obligation to save lives if we happen to be a motor mechanic will be different from that of a trained doctor. Likewise, our ability and therefore our personal obligation to enact legal change will be different for those who are qualified lawyers or judges. However, a Stoic mechanic is expected to obtain the necessary wisdom that enables them to fix cars and to treat people justly at the same time, as this will have an impact on their own well-being and the well-being of others. End quote. Courtesy of Panaetius and Kai Whiting, here's a question to reflect on in your own Stoic practice. Given your 4 roles, how would you combine them to most effectively journey toward eudaimonia? Related to this self-reflection, we might also want to think about our own authenticity when it comes to defining our roles. Authenticity, as it relates to personality, seems like a simple enough concept. We say a person is being authentic when they're being themselves, when they're enacting their honest response to a situation. A layer of complexity is added, however, when we examine the motivations behind someone's seemingly honest, authentic actions. Are their actions actually guided by the pressure of societal norms, or what others will say about them? If so, can this be considered truly authentic? Does it even matter? Marcus Aurelius offers us some excellent advice on this exact issue, and it's advice we can readily use to cultivate our own authenticity. Quote, do not waste the time you have left thinking about others unless it serves some good and useful purpose, for it takes you away from other work. Thinking about what so-and-so is doing and why, and what someone else is saying, and what another is thinking or planning, and all things of that sort, causes you to wander away from the observance of your own governing principles. End quote. Marcus's advice here helps us to remove any complexity from the concept of authenticity. To be ourselves becomes a simple, but not always easy, matter of defining our own roles and our own governing principles and acting according to them, regardless of what anyone else says or does. To finish this episode with an unexpected flourish, here are 2 verses of Gloria Gaynor's hit song, I Am What I Am, which are very much in the spirit of what Marcus Aurelius was saying to himself all those years ago, and that might help you authentically define your roles in life. I am what I am. I don't want praise. I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise. I think it's pretty. And so what if I love each sparkle and each bangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out, I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck. Sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. It's one life, and there's no return and no deposit. One life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can shout out, I am what I am.